channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise and it's another weekly haul. So my channel is a haul every Saturday. Wasn't sure I was going to get this one up, but we've managed it. If it's not a haul, it'll be something, but I do try to get the haul up, and then just random bits in between depending on what's going on in my life. There are definitely videos coming up. I have not produced them. I have done the recording, I've just got to do all the editing and get it up, but hopefully, fingers crossed, there should be a couple of videos coming up next week from my holiday, and then I've got a London trip that I've just done with my son, so there are things coming. What else? My brain's just gone dead. Let's get on with the haul. This is a haul channel. Right, so this is the haul today. This is 6 attempts, so I'm not going to try it again, and I'm not going to edit all that out because that is real life. This is not a polished channel. If you're after a polished channel, this is not the one. So my budget is £60 a week. That's for me and my adult son. The shop's been a little bit weird, like, so last week's haul you would have seen, actually I bought that the week before, did I? Yes, because I was on a holiday. I'm trying to think of my timeline, it's all confusing. So technically I've not actually bought any shopping for 2 weeks. I spent, so the budget is £60, I spent 65, so it's really close to it. I actually wasn't even sure I thought I wasn't going to come back with much, but I always manage. And I did go to Iceland first, and they have whole new stuff in, so obviously I had to buy all of it. Everything I had in my store anyway. So yeah, I'm going to do it. £60 budget, 65 we spent. I will give you prices as we go along. If you add it up, you'll get a slightly different total to me, and that's because I always donate 3 items to the food bank. It's always 3 sanitary products of different absorbencies. So I always leave that at the store, because if I bring it home, it's going to stay in the house. I mean, you see the way my brain works. Do you think I'm going to remember to take it out of the house, take it to the shop? No way. So I just put it there. That's all done and dusted. So it's one more thing my brain hasn't got to cope with. I think that's everything. The shop was pretty fine. Going on a Saturday is completely different. Like, the amount of difference in the people is extraordinary. I remember why I don't like going into towns on a Saturday. So yeah, thank God that's not the norm for me. I don't have to deal with that. I really feel like I missed something, but I probably haven't, because that's where my brain's been for the past week. I've had so much going on that I don't normally, that yeah, things are good though. So let's just get on with the haul, because I can't think what else to say. Clearly I'm going to be out of fresh stuff, as I'm always mentioning. You know, my son doesn't really do the fresh stuff so much. His work schedule, he just dumps something in the oven or dump it in the active fryer, whatever it is. So a lot of the fresh stuff is more for me, and obviously I'm going to be out because I've been away recently. If you don't know about any of that, just have to go back in the videos. So it was quite hard. I know I want to get tomatoes. I love tomatoes, always got tomatoes in, you know, whether I buy them or not, there'll be some in the house. What I mean by that is, if I don't need to buy it the next week, I won't. That came out wrong. Anyway, I wanted to get the cherry ones. They were extremely bad, as in they were very green still. So they picked them way too early. So I wasn't going to waste my money on them, because I don't know, I don't even know if they ripen up like anything else, like quick enough for me. Yeah, and the cherry ones were soft, so the selection of tomatoes weren't very good. I just went with these because they're a decent texture and the colour's okay. These are 95p. Wouldn't be what I would pick. I was really fancying the cherry ones, but you have to go with what's available for you at the time. So 95p for those. I picked up some mushrooms. I'd pay a little bit more now. Before, I'd always go for the cheap version, which are they're quite big and they're very muddy, and they're not really what I want. This is nicer. I like the texture, and they're just nicer to work with, so I do pay a bit more now. These are 91p. It's only a 200 grams, so I'm getting less as well. But it's only me that's going to eat these again. Even if Corey was going to have some fresh stuff, he wouldn't go for the mushrooms. He's not much of a fan. He can eat them, but he's not a fan. So these are just for me. I'm thinking maybe some omelettes or something again, because I haven't had omelettes for a little while. Cucumber 89p. I've just got none. Again, you know, I'm completely out of some things. And I am ready for my pickled cucumber. Is it pickled? I put white wine or red wine, but it's been white wine recently because I just prefer it, with some garlic salts. It's not pickled, but it's, yeah, really, really nice if you've not tried it. I just picked up a lettuce because I don't have any, and I haven't really had a chance. I thought I was going to have a lot of lettuce on holiday because the whole buffet situation, but the quality was way, way worse than when we'd gone before, and I really didn't go much for salad because of that reason. So I haven't had much lettuce, and these are only 99p. I always go with the romaine if I can, because it's a texture thing. It's just a lot better than the others. I just binned the milk, which I bought Corey those 2 weeks ago. It was 14 days out of date, but it was still good. It was just enough on a term for me to get rid of it. So I just bought a small one, well, full pinter. This is good till the 25th of September, so we should be good. £1, ooh, £1.45 I believe the milk is, but I'm not 100% confident. I remember now it's going to be lower on the list because I actually did forget it. Yeah, £1.45. That will do us maybe a couple of weeks because we don't really go through it that much anymore. I got 2 tins of spaghetti because Corey had some as well, which is quite unusual for Corey. He had some spaghetti on toast. Corey doesn't do a thing on toast that often, so yeah, that was a surprise, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. These are 19p. Yes, they're the cheap ones, but we get them because they're so nice. You're going to see a lot of cheap stuff in here because I do try the cheaper versions, but if I don't like them, I'm not going to buy them. So it's not just getting crap for the sake of getting crap. This is decent quality stuff. It's just the cheaper version. Yeah, so the spaghetti loops are just, they're amazing. They're so nice. They're not full of just juice, you know, it's a good consistency and taste, and oh, so nice. Picked myself up a sweet pickle. I like the cheap one. I actually prefer more juice and less chunk. See, the Branston is very, very chunky with not so much juice, and I don't enjoy it. But I do like this one, and this one is £1. I haven't had pickle for a long time. So just thought it was about time I had some in the cupboard. I picked up a peeled plum tomatoes. I don't know if I've got any, but if I do, it's not much. And I'm thinking, I don't know, I had an idea of, I haven't had an English fry up for so long, but I'm probably not going to because it turns out I forgot the sausages anyway, because they weren't on the list. If they don't go on the list, I'm definitely going to forget. These are 47p. Now, they are slightly more expensive. I don't get the cheap version in these because texture, again, the juices in the cheap one are very watery, whereas this is a good thick juices, and it's not like the whole thing is full of it either. Like, there's a good quantity of the tomatoes to the juice, so I do pay a little bit more for those. And they have it. I cannot remember the last time. This is the one I would buy before, the 16 smoked back bacon rashers. They haven't had this for so long. They've had the 6 thick ones and the 10 pack, but price wise and that, I just wasn't happy. I mean, I did not like paying £3.50 for this. I did not like paying it, but because the 16 pack was there so often, they would have them on a deal sometimes, but because it's just not been there, it's get them or not get them at this point. I just like them. They're the right thickness and they're not too fatty. I can cut a bit of that off, it's not a big deal. And Corey will likely have a bacon sandwich because he doesn't do sandwiches much either, but when there's a bit of bacon in the house, he may. I just got a small packet of eggs because I'm aware that it's already Saturday, so I'm not likely to eat them today anyway, and I shop on a Thursday normally, so it isn't got to last quite so long. But I'm thinking the omelette, so I think 6 will do me. Like I said, Corey's not going to eat them anyway. I realised just before we went on holiday we didn't have any noodles because I just fancied them, like, occasionally. I'll fancy them, not that often, so I wouldn't notice when they ran out that often. I get the cheap curry because they're only 25p. You pay 10p more for the other flavours, and I'm not going to use the flavouring in it anyway. I find these are way nicer with a stock cube, and I just get the cheapy Asda stock cubes. Beef one works nicest, I find, in my personal opinion. So it doesn't really matter what the flavouring is because the noodles are all plain. So I pay 25p each instead of 35p, so win-win in my book. Realised because of coming back and not having bread, because Corey, you know, he doesn't eat bread unless I specifically messaged him, and I didn't. There was none there. Normally I would have some type of bread products in the freezer, so I could have just pulled that out, but I didn't realise I don't have any, so I just picked these up. These are the plain bagels, Asda's own. They're actually very, very nice, and they're only 79p, so these will sit in the freezer just so if we run out of bread, or we just maybe want like a roll type product rather than a bread slice, these work pretty well. These with burgers work really, really nice as well. And because they're only 79p, I just picked up a packet of those to go in the freezer. I'm getting very, very low on my juice. Again, this is something I don't buy often because it's only me that drinks it. Corey doesn't go for juice either. It's a cup of tea, water or fizzy for Corey. That's it. He doesn't really deviate. So I went for a cherries and berries because I have an orangey one in there. Always like a red one and an orangey one. So I went for cherries and berries this time, 95p. And this is the double concentrate as well. So it's going to last for ages. It's a very, very nice one. I did get myself a Diet Orange Crush. Being on a holiday, being all-inclusive, I had a lot of fizzy. So I still have a taste for fizzy at the moment. This one is actually just really, really nice. Don't remember, was this slightly more expensive? I feel like this is a 65p one. Again, I forgot to pick one up for me, so it's at the very bottom of the list. Oh, it's 80p. Okay, so this one's 80p. I thought it was going to be cheaper than that, but you know, it is what it is. It's still fine. So that one's for me. Corey always has 2 bottles of fizzy, and he wanted very specific ones this time. I think when we went away the other day, he bought a bottle of Pepsi. He thought it was Pepsi Max, and then very surprised that it was a cherry and really enjoyed it. So he asked me to pick one of those up, and that's £2. And I don't know if he's tried this one or if he's heard of it, or I don't know, but he asked if they do have one of these, could he have one of them. These are actually, this is the Coke Lemon. It's the more expensive one. Normally I'd get his Coke and it would be £2.39. This is actually £2.49. So they're charging 10p for a bit of lemon flavour. I don't know, but you know, it's his treats, and you know, he contributes just as much. Most of the food actually does end up being more for him, because like with the fresh stuff, one packet is going to do a number of meals, whereas Corey's are more like ready meals and stuff. So yeah, just in case anyone wants to come at me about. Right, so the Jammy Dodgers was sort of a mistake. My brain wasn't engaging, which at this point in the video probably wouldn't surprise you. So I bought the cheap Aldi Jammy Dodger packet, the mini ones. Did I just say that? I don't even know. Just to try it. And Corey and I thoroughly enjoyed them. I'm not going to Aldi anytime soon. But these, on the shelf they said £1.15. This is why this happened. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get this one because I know I like this one. Then it said that there was another packet that was a blackcurrant and apple, which I thought was unusual. Let's try it because it was only £1. When I scanned them, this one come up at £1. The other one's £1.15. So I put it back and that's the frugal in me, see? I put it back and bought another packet then, whereas I didn't need to. One would have done, but it's fine. They're going to get eaten. They are very, very mini packets as well. You really don't get much in there. But they're just really, really nice. I got muffins. Again, this was just to have a bread product in the freezer. And I know we still have the sausage patties. Again, don't know when I bought those. That was a long time ago. We still have some of those left, so that would go like one of the fake McDonald's breakfasts. So nice. That reminds me, I should have got hash browns. Foil was surprised, £1.20 for this. I'm sure this was like less than £1 last time I bought it. Didn't even know we'd run out, but Corey needed it the other day and we have none. So I was quite surprised about that. I picked the freezer bags up. We do not need any. I don't know. A lot of you won't remember because it's my shopping haul. Why would you remember? I picked up a load of these after Christmas because they are the freezer bags and they do have the little pictures, Christmas pictures on them. They were reduced. I think they were 50p a packet. That worked out. That was really, really good. So I picked up a load of those because we do use these. They just randomly had a packet for 75p, so I just picked another one up. I did get through quite a lot of these. I took them on holiday. They came in very, very handy. So yeah, it was just keep them stocked up when they're cheap, I guess. Didn't get any crisps. Corey said we don't need any because I did stock up with them. We got quite a lot, but you know, I'm always going to go up the crisp aisle and have a look anyway. We haven't had Roysters for a while. These are so nice if you've not had them before. I believe they only come in T-bone steak. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Roysters come in another packet in this style of crisp. I don't even know if Roysters make another style of crisp, honestly. And they're sort of like a crisp, but they're got bubbles in it and the texture is just so good, and the T-bone steak part of it is again really, really good. 6 packets for £1.50 is just to go in the cupboard, and it'd be something if you fancy something a little bit different. I'm more of a texture person, so a lot of the time I don't want to go for the same type of crisps that Corey does. And mini cheddars is just a nice little thing to have if you don't fancy a bag of crisps. A little savoury treat. The red Leicester is very, very nice, and these were only £1.35 for 6 packets. I got the energy drinks for Corey. He doesn't take a coffee when he goes to work. He takes a couple of energy drinks. It was 6p cheaper to get the full pack than the individuals. I don't know why I did like this. I should have just bought 2 packets. I don't know. We were hit budget, so I guess that's why I didn't do it. So it's £3.30 for an 8-pack. So I just topped up the 2. So he's got 2 for every day of the week. And the individuals are 42p. Normally I would try and get the berries and cherries. Cherries and berries? No. Mixed fruit. Yeah, mixed fruit. I'm just thinking of the juice up there. Mixed fruit one, I think. See, I can guess myself now. But they didn't have any at all, so Corey will be fine with this one. I just got a loaf of bread, 75p. I managed to get the Corey does. He gave me very specific instructions about it this time because I got it completely wrong last time. So strawberry cheesecake would have been the one he wanted. If not, just not a chocolate ice cream. That's where I messed up last time. And he doesn't like marshmallows apparently. It's just things I remember from the list because I was very specific. I was not going to waste my money on getting a tub that wasn't the right one. So I actually didn't even know they had this. Started turning things around and managed to find it. £3.75, which is actually really good. I know it's really expensive. I would not pay it for myself. But normally they're a £5, so it is actually a decent deal, and that's just his treat. That actually will last him a while. I got a toilet roll because we're getting low. I don't actually know what the situation is because they're not all in one spot. I need to find a home where they can all be together. But I do want to make sure I have stocks up anyway, and they haven't had this one in there for a long time. So this is £2.39. I bought myself my ice creams. £1.50 for 4 of these. They're really, really good. I prefer them to the actual brand. I picked up the Southern Fried chicken breadcrumbs steaklets thingies just because they were reduced to £1. That was purely the only reason that I picked them up. We probably don't need them, but it's good when things are cheap and you know it's something that's going to get eaten just to get them anyway. Corey put chips on the list. These are the favourite at the moment, and they are very good. On the very odd occasion I have them, they are really, really nice. Very fluffy, a lot of potato. Oh, so good. £2.45 for a 1.5 kilogram. And I got these. I was so excited. So I had been thinking about possibly doing a bolognese for quite a while. And then every time I go in the freezer, because I seem to think I have corn mince and I don't. I did try different brand mince. I think it was the Asda own. A while back. I'm not a fan of it. The corn one is very nice. I don't like, I'm not a vegetarian, but I don't like mince texture. I just don't like it. So I had been thinking about picking up some corn mince anyway. Now these are £2.50 a packet, all of them. Or there's a deal for a £5. So you're basically paying for 2 and getting 2 free. How good is that? So I just got the free one. I do like the crispy chicken nuggets. I do know people at work that aren't vegetarian as well, but they think these are very much like a McDonald's one. So I thoroughly enjoy them anyway, but I do enjoy corn products generally. So I just thought I'd double up on them because why not on that deal? That's like a really, really good saving on that. And that was all the Asda, and then we went into Iceland. Well, I actually did it the other way around. I went Iceland first. I just picked up a curry sauce and chips. This is £1 to go. You know, it's a ready meal for Corey. It's just an easy option. I did look when I was filling up the freezer. He has one already, but it's not a big deal. The pancakes he always likes to put on with his meals anyway, so picking them up is never a big deal again. We are filling the freezer up, so it hasn't had any frozen food put in it for 2 weeks. These are £1 each again, so there's the 4 cheese and the cheese and ham. They have some new things, so I did buy more than I was expecting to, because when I see new I just go for it. Cheese and ham bakes, they've never had them before. I'm quite excited to try one of those. £1 again, can't go wrong. £1 again, mac and cheese pasties. Corey is more of a mac and cheese person than me, so I'll ask to try a bit of his, but I wouldn't go for one myself. So I'm really hoping, high hopes for this one, because he's quite fussy about the type of mac and cheese as well. 4 burgers, £1. Pizzas, I like these ones too, so £1. Another new item, 2 bacon cheese bacon and cheese turnover. They did have another one. I think it's bacon and tomato. I know when I had these in Greggs before and they were quite nice, so hoping that's going to come out well. Chip Shop chicken curry bake. That is a bit more of me than Corey, but he's not against trying these things. £1. And the things I was super excited about, because Corey likes pizzas, he'll have a pizza every week from the freezer, and choices are quite the same. But they had a hot dog one and a thin crust Chip Shop chicken curry. That one, I'm excited to try a bit of that one, so I'm going to ask him for some of that. Actually, I might have some of that too. Yeah, exciting when there's something new. There is 2 new desserts as well. My hand was hurting, the fibro's kicking in, but it has been for a while though. Like, they have 2, and it says chocolate pudding, and I can't remember what the other one is, but it looks like it's like an individual sort of cake with a chocolate centre that you have hot, I'm assuming. So that sounds really good. And I can't remember whether I think the other one might have been a caramel. Possibly a caramel, something, or syrup, maybe it was a syrup, could have been something like that. But the whole part of the freezer was completely empty, and I was really excited to try that. And I'm not even a massive dessert person, but yeah, I really did want to try that. So that was the haul this week. Got a really good stock going on in the freezer now. A couple of meal ideas possibly. I want to try and start cooking a little bit more, but it depends, because I have been pushing things for the past couple of weeks now, and I am in a permanent state of exhaustion and pains in places I didn't even know I could get pains. Yeah, my body's not happy with the amount I'm doing, but my brain is, so you have to weigh up which way you want to go. So hopefully I'm going to keep this momentum going and we can get some videos up. So I'm just trying to think. Saturday, oh, we will be live tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, back in the kitchen. I will be live 7 AM Greenwich Mean Time. We have a lot of people from all over the world coming in the chat. I have a very regular group of people, and it's really nice. It's just like your friends coming around for a cup of coffee in the morning. I do struggle to get off live. That's the problem. Once I start, I get really into the chat with everybody. It's sometimes a little bit hard to come off. So it can be up to 4 hours. It has been up to 7, I believe, before. I think that was like the longest, but average about 4. Depends, you know, sometimes you just don't get that vibe and I'll go earlier, but 9 times out of 10 I'm there for 4 hours. So if you want to drop in, have a chat, you know, it's a very friendly group. We don't take rubbish from people, you know, you're going to get trolls anyway, but we don't take people bullying each other. It's a safe area, and we're all very supportive there. I'm like so lucky with my subscribers. Like, I don't know how I managed to get this lucky, but I appreciate them so much. I appreciate all of you. So I'm going to go now anyway, because, you know, that's what I do, isn't it? Once the camera comes on, I decide I can't shut up. Something coming through the door. That'll be junk mail, because that's all we get here. So I'm sending out good vibes as I always do. I hope you're catching some, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.